Welcome to This Week in Poker, your source for the latest happenings in poker news. I'm your host, Sean Green. First, in tournament news, the NAPT Mohegan Sun events in Connecticut concluded this week, crowning two high-profile winners. First, poker pro Vanessa Selbst took down the main event late Sunday night, snagging $750,000. She overcame a very stacked final table that included the likes of Scott Seaver, Cliff Josephy, and John Aguiar. After the NAPT main event came the NAPT High Roller Bounty Shootout event. The final table of that event came down to 6 prominent poker pros: Faraz Jaka, Sean Buchanan, Sam Stein, Matt Glantz, Luis Vasquez, and Jason Mercier. Mercier came out ahead at the final table due to a few admittedly lucky breaks. He won $450,000, including his 7 bounty prizes for his win. As a final bit of tournament news, the EPT San Remo event is playing out its Day 1B today. The event concludes with the final table on Wednesday, and you can watch that final table live here on cardplayer.com. You can also watch on Tuesday as the final 24 play down to 8. For the live video feed, click on the Tournaments tab on the homepage, and then click on the EPT Live Video button. This week was a good week for poker legal news. First, last week we talked about how a Massachusetts bill included language that would make playing online poker illegal in the state, despite assurances to the Poker Players Alliance that the language would be stricken. Well, the PPA sent forth a call to arms, and you guys responded by flooding the government offices with complaints. The backlash was enough, and an amendment was quickly approved to remove the language, ensuring that online poker won't be made illegal. Thanks to everyone who helped protect poker. The other good news this week came out of South Carolina. In 2006, South Carolina authorities raided a home game in Mount Pleasant based on an archaic law. Some of the players in that raid have been fighting in the courts for these 4 years to change that law. After a hearing that included testimony from the Poker Players Alliance, a local businessman and poker player, and a number of elected officials, a South Carolina subcommittee voted 4-1 to change the state's 1802 law, which currently bans any game with cards or dice. Technically, that would have included Monopoly and Yahtzee. Under the new proposal, socialized gambling would be allowed. That means friendly poker games no longer are subject to random police raids and prosecution. Finally, in case you missed the video earlier this week, we caught up with Holly Madison from the Girls Next Door at Jen Harmon's charity event at the Venetian. The event benefited the Nevada Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, and Holly talked to us about her pets and what life was like living at the Playboy Mansion.
My dogs are named Napoleon and Josephine. I adopted them here in Las Vegas from the local animal shelter, and they're the best. I love them. They're 2 little mixed breeds, and they're adorable.
Now, living at the mansion, you obviously were around a lot of animals. Did that, motivate you to get 2 animals?
Yeah, I love the whole zoo they had at the mansion. I worked with the zoo staff a lot, so, I've always loved animals since I was little, but that definitely helped the connection.
Perfect. Now, someone who's on the fence of buying a dog versus adopting, what would you tell them?
I would say definitely go down to the shelter. If there's a certain type of dog you're looking for, they can send you in that direction. They can send you to specific breeders that, or not breeders, but rescue organizations that work with that type of animal. Or you can look on petfinder.com and punch in what type of animal, what age, what type of dog you're looking for, and it'll find that for you. That's how I found my dogs.
Well, that's it for This Week in Poker. Thanks for watching, and catch us again here next week on Card Player TV.